the podcast, Reasons2Society. This is, episode number 6? Yeah, super excited to be here. I am the real Red Nose.
And I am Tiara, but you guys know you can call me T.
And this is Reasons. Reasons. Reasons2Society. Reasons. Reasons.
Reasons.
Sorry we slipped up for a week, you know what I'm saying? We had a scheduled appointment with a very special guest, you know what I mean, last week, and, you know, things didn't work out due to, like, technical issues or whatever. So we will be recording that and getting that out to you guys as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, we working on that one, guys.
Yeah, most definitely.
We definitely feel like we are behind.
Yeah, and that was some good content that we had, too.
Yes,
so,
it was,
man.
That was really good.
We're going to make sure we get that out there.
Right.
And we got our anniversary coming up.
Yes, it is July 22nd. It will be 3 years. I cannot believe it's 3 years.
I know, already. Yeah.
Like, that's how it went by really fast.
And it just so happened to drop on a Wednesday.
Right.
So we'll be dropping our anniversary episode that day.
We'll have a bonus episode for you guys. Bonus edition, anniversary edition.
Yeah, recording that joint was fun.
Yeah,
your
was
dad,
fun.
very competitive.
Yeah, so be looking out as like a little, I guess you can call it like a little game we play, my husband and my dad. You guys check that out. It's pretty interesting. They both did really well.
Yeah, so you ready to get started? I mean, it's been a whole week. Yeah.
I know, we got some stuff to talk about. Let's get into it.
Me too. Yeah, we're going to go and get into a little bit of news.
All right, what you got for us today?
You heard that Disney World just reopened?
No, I did not hear that.
It's crazy.
Why would they do that?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Like, that's why I want to bring it to your attention. Like, I was just going through the, the headlines, and it just said they reopened, and I was like, what?
Disney World, you know how many? That's a lot of space. So that means that's a lot of people. So, like, are they going to do, like, a certain amount of people can only come in? Or, like, how are you really going to quarantine? Like, how are you really going to
I really didn't do my extensive research.
Yeah.
You know, it just caught my eye. Yeah. But it's people that come from all walks of life that's going there, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, they're coming from all over the country, most likely all over the world.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the favorite place on earth, right?
Yeah, then they're going to return back to wherever they came from. Like, is it going to be one of them things like anybody that's ever been to Disney World within the last couple months has to quarantine? And if you ever came in contact with somebody that's been to Disney World, make sure that you quarantine.
Yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But did you ever think, like, is that a conspiracy thing?
Yeah.
But, like, when you think about it, though, like, Disney World is a really big place. Like, that's OC. To open Disney World. Like, Disney World, where there's going to be a lot of people. Hundreds of people. Kids, too.
And, of course, you got to wear your mask while you in there.
And it's like, what could you do with your mask?
I guess you love rides that much that you're willing to put the, I can't even really wear the mask on in regular life, like just walking around. I hate it.
Yeah, so imagine fun park.
I really couldn't imagine that, but they do have like designated zones where you can take your mask off, but you'll still have to be
I guess the water areas maybe.
I guess, I'm not too sure. You gotta be 6 feet apart from other parties and stuff like that, so it's like a relaxation zone.
This is life now. Like, coronavirus, mask using, still do what you love to do, but with your mask.
Exactly. Right.
So Disney World.
What about fall classes? School's supposed to be starting to open back up soon.
Yeah.
I know we ain't got no kids, but how you feel about that? How safe do you feel it is for kids to return back to school right now?
I don't think it's safe at all, really, because kids get sick so fast. At least the people that I know that have children, like my family and friends, like, kids be getting sick fast. They pass a lot of germs, like, at recess time, lunchtime, whatever time they're really interacting. Like, that's a little dangerous.
And they do a little bit.
They do hands-on activities.
Yeah, so I guess you gotta keep them 6 feet apart, and I guess.
But how do they really? I think they're supposed to like minimize the classes too, or something. Like
I guess that they should have been doing that anyway.
I know,
so
right?
The teacher, class ratio is a little smaller, so you can get
people can actually learn.
More personal attention from the teacher. And I guess some states are like trying to do like a 2 weeks in, 1 week out, something like that. Like you'll do your classes online and then 1 week you'll come in. Yeah. I just figure you just do the whole thing online, right?
That's
like,
hard though. Like to learn online is really difficult.
I
Like it depends on the kid. Like
that.
me personally, I need hands on. I can do both, but you have to show me.
Yeah.
Let me read information in case I get stuck. But at least you show me first. Like
right.
a lot of kids need that extra help. Like no,
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Some people need a little extra attention. Yeah, I'm one of them. You know, the World Health Organization said the pandemic is worsening. You know what I mean? So it's like Disney World's opening up. They're talking about going back to school, but they're saying it's worse. Right. So it's just like
what's really
like we're really trying to power through a pandemic. Like it's other alternatives. You know what I mean? So you from PG? I guess your home football team is Washington Redskins.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Redskins.
No, not shout out to the Redskins. They have officially changed their name after all these years. They haven't changed it yet, but they've officially made the statement that they're getting rid of that name. Like it's a racial slur. It's been there for years. It's bothered many of people for several years. You know what I mean? And,
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they're finally getting rid of the name. Like but why does it take for like, you know, because FedEx threatened to strip their brand from the entire stadium, everything like that, and that comes with a lot of money.
Because of what, the name?
Yeah, because of the name. But then I guess FedEx is getting a lot of heat because they knew what the name was when they signed the contract. You know what I mean? But why does it take these powerhouse organizations to make certain changes like this?
Changes, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's really what we need, though, right? Like, when there's no change, you need a big leader or somebody with money or a strong name that could make movement. And sometimes it is stuff like that. So I guess they just happen to be the ones, and hopefully it's really like they're really backing us up for real. And this is not like I'm gonna jump on a bandwagon type of thing.
Exactly.
Because you know, like I'm still trying to figure out who to trust and who not to trust. Okay, because I'm a little skeptical about our government and other people up high. They don't have our best interests at heart like they claim they do.
And you still got the Cleveland Indians in baseball. You know, like
So what's up with that?
I don't know. I guess it's time to push to get that removed as well because they're not Indians; they're Native Americans.
Right.
Like you can just go deep into that. Like he thought that he hit India, Columbus that we're speaking about, called them Indians. You know, whole time that's not. So it's like you're still feeding people misinformation through like sports and entertainment. You know,
but that was the goal, right?
Yeah.
So it gets deeper than that.
Exactly. It's deeper than just sports. You know, like logos and symbolism and all these things really do matter. Like,
Right. Like these people run the sports, so that's why the sports are affiliated with them if you go deeper to it, you know, to it. It's like, okay, so you're backing this up, and then that's why that's sad, and that would make sense why you called it that, because this is what you're trying to present. Got it.
Right.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And your President Trump finally wore his face mask for the first time in public, you know, since the whole pandemic then broke out. Or whatnot. How you feel about that?
Well, he does whatever he wants. Yeah. I mean, and the world lets him do whatever he wants, apparently, because I'm still trying to figure out how he won. You know, but whatever, that's another conversation.
Right.
But, he's a joke. It's a joke. The pandemic itself is not a joke. People are really losing their lives. This virus is really real, but they're kind of stretching the narrative a little bit. So I feel like maybe he just put that on so he can, you know, people can stop saying, well, why isn't, you know, because if you're the leader and you're not representing or leading us, why would we wear our mask if you're not wearing the mask?
Exactly.
You're like the big brother or the grandpa, whatever you want to consider him.
That's what I was really thinking about for real. I was just thinking, like, do we have to wear masks?
Yeah, like, you're not wearing it, so do we have to
wear it? The United States
Yeah.
not wearing a mask. And, like, is it really mandatory or we just... People are just telling us,
it's
you know,
mandatory.
because I was thinking, like, is it an enforced law? Like,
it's not a law at all, but we are so scared of not following orders that we just nobody wants to be the one that stands out or think. I guess people think harm may come to them if they stand up, but like nobody wants to do it, so we're just listening. And right now, to be honest with you, I feel like they're just testing us. Like, okay, well, they're listening to the mask stuff and we're putting all this stuff in the grocery stores and this 6 feet apart thing. The whole 6 feet apart thing, it just really trips me out.
Right.
And maybe it's because my mind is crazy, but I just think 6 feet apart when you get buried 6 feet deep. Like, this thing kills people. Like, it's just, I don't know, numbers just kind of really stand out to me. That was just really weird. Not that it means anything, but I just thought that was really weird. Like, why specifically 6 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, they're saying things like it's airborne and really crazy things. So, like, why'd you come up with this random number?
Yeah, they switch it up. Like, every time I look,
yeah,
you know,
it's
sometimes
like
it's
something
airborne.
new. It's like they don't really
touch.
know. So, it's like, why are we trusting you so much? Because if you don't really know.
Exactly. They know just as much as us.
Exactly.
Like,
and they're the front of the possibilities.
Yeah, they just the money makers behind the whole
right,
thing. You
exactly.
know, like, we got the answers. Come to us. Trust us. You don't know nothing.
Yeah, y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing.
Keep switching it up, man. Every time we turn around. And then since last week, we wasn't able to record an episode or whatnot. Juneteenth, we wanted to talk about Juneteenth or whatever, how we just found out about Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking like how it should be a federal holiday.
It should be.
And then how maybe we can think of other black, days that should be federal holidays. And I was thinking like maybe December 6th. That's when the 13th Amendment was ratified to free slaves. So I was
that's a good day.
Right, that's a major day.
That's a major day to celebrate. Yeah.
And then I really couldn't think of too many other ones, but I think Malcolm X is a major figure in the African American black community, whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you can probably throw that in there. We're gonna move on to the top 3. You know, so if we had Juneteenth, December 6th, and Malcolm X Day or whatever other black holiday that we can think of that we wanted to insert, so those are 3 new federal holidays that we would insert, and we would have to take 3 out of there. Mm-hmm. So in this top 3, it is, what's the top 3 federal holidays that you will remove that's currently, listed as a federal holiday? And you have New Year's Day, you got President's Day, Martin Luther King Day, you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and Independence Day. Which 3 would you remove as federal holidays?
I would say President's Day, Independence Day.
President's Day?
Independence Day. And what was the other one? Run them back one more time.
You got New Year's, Martin Luther King, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Columbus, Veterans, Memorial. Columbus.
Columbus.
Oh, yeah,
that
Columbus
actually is the top one, but there's no particular order, but he's number 1. Yeah, like, who are you? What you find?
Yeah.
What you find that was lost? Right. I don't think anything was lost. My parents used to tell me, in order to find something, it has to be lost. So you can't find something that was never lost. Yeah. If people live there, that's not new. Yeah. You're new. Hello.
Right. I'm really starting to realize
and people bought that?
Yeah.
We listen to that.
It's whoever writes the history, whoever conquers or wins, really. Because I was, like, looking up all type of stuff, like, who founded this, who founded that. Like, it's all English literature of European sailors that sailed and found the continent. Right. Like, it was founded.
Ironically.
But then they would say it was already inhabited, but it was founded by these people.
But, like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, what's going on? So
those are called thieves.
I pretty much agree with your top 3, except for Thanksgiving. Like, I get rid of Thanksgiving.
So your top 3 is what?
Columbus Day, Thanksgiving, and probably President's Day. I get out of there. I think Labor Day got an honorable mention. Labor Day is like, what? I don't get it. We still work on Labor Day. I don't know. Is it time and a half? I don't know.
My thing is, so I get 2 weeks if your job allows you 2 weeks to get vacation time, and then you get Labor Day if you're off on Labor Day. So, like, what? So you're telling me out of 365 days of the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Labor Day is specifically just that one day, and I just don't get it. I think I work on Labor Day. I can't even really think if I'm off. I'm pretty sure I'm not off. I don't never say, oh, it's Labor Day, I'm off. So I'm pretty sure if Labor Day is on a work day, I work. You know what I mean? So I just don't get that. Thanksgiving definitely gotta go.
I love eating, but the meaning behind it is horrible. Like that. Like, how do you do that to people?
Yeah,
that welcome you.
Too deep for me even to talk on, because I just started doing, research on that situation, but I'm still young on my learnings or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So so that was our top 3. We're gonna go ahead and get to the sponsors. We really not the type of people that's looking for sponsors, but if you're the type of people that's really not looking for the type of people that's really not looking for sponsors, then we really are people right here.
We are.
Yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Today's sponsor is sponsored by on the go move in Harlan. You know, one of my close friends, you know, he currently, like, recently just started his own moving company, his home moving, and, you know, and I gotta support him, gotta support black-owned business.
To you for that.
Yeah, most definitely. That boy Hardeman, you know what I'm saying? You call, move, and,
yeah, that's what's up.
yeah, same day service. It's local, it's in the Baltimore area right now, I'm pretty sure in the Aberdeen, you know.
Yeah. Anybody
Basically the whole Maryland. If you call for the rates, you got the best rates right now going around. Yeah. Shout out to On The Go Moving in Harlan.
Shout out.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the
Alright, so my Get Deep question for today for you and you guys, my friends watching. And when I say friends, I mean people that like to watch the channel. You guys are my friends.
Yes.
Our friends. Alright, so do you think welfare is a form of like slavery in a sense, so to speak?
Slavery per se? Dang, that's deep. Cause I'm like, it's a form of like dependency.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not so sure if I can take it as far as slavery. You know, but dependency most definitely, because like, you know, while they were slaves, once they were freed, they didn't have anywhere to go or anywhere to obtain like anything. So they once again went back to their masters looking for a place to stay. So they worked for damn near no money, damn near free labor. You know, same thing as slavery. You know, so welfare was basically like that, like depend on the government, so you can't go out and get it on your own. You know what I mean? So I say more dependency than slavery, but I guess it can be like a branch off of slavery, like you know, like a big web, and that's just one of the forms, you know, to keep you enslaved.
Yeah, you know, I didn't really think too deep on my own question for real, but like just thinking about it now, I would agree with like the dependency, because like if you're enslaved and I take everything from you and you no longer know anything, you depend on me for everything, knowledge, money, even though they didn't get money, food, even though they really didn't get food, just like you depend on me for whatever you can get out of whatever I'm willing to give. And it's kind of the same thing with that, like you said, a branch, because like whole time I'm really dependent on you. Like you support my food, my cash assistance, my daycare for my child. You support everything, my housing, and this is not to knock anybody getting any of these benefits, you know, but it kind of is, I guess, a sense of it, like a branch off of it. In a sense, yeah, because you don't have, that's all you have.
So the people out there that's like really struggling or whatnot and that really need it, like, what would you say, like, to those people if it's a form of slavery? Is it more like a sense of awareness of what it's doing to you, what it's doing to your community, instead of, you know, working against you, instead of for you, instead of just looking at the, you know, incentives of it, like my rent is only this amount, or I get this amount of food stamps, not knowing like the back end of that, you know, as far as taxes and where tax dollars go to, and building up the community and things like that.
Yeah, it's just like it was a system designed, like we got enslaved and then like lost everything. So like we're living in a system that they created that was designed to keep us down. So it's like every day you have to fight, and of course things are going to get dangled in front of you, and it's nothing wrong with it, but it kind of is something wrong with it, because I felt like it should be more of a stepping stone than like a permanent situation.
Yeah, because everybody need help every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guess you gotta want more than that help. Like, it's okay to get help and to use the help and move on with life.
Yeah.
But then when you want the help and your life is just nowhere beyond, I just want help forever. It sets a different mentality.
I think it's more about like what it stands for as far as like the independency as well. Like, because like when you on like Section 8 and stuff like that, you like the female can't have the male in the household. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like one of the stipulations of having cheap rent and all this other stuff. So it's like, yeah, you living, but like kids need both parents in the household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's,
it's just like, yeah,
that's another branch. So it's just like it's so many layers.
Yeah, because then it's like, in order to have this, you have to have the man out the house.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I need the man in the house because he is here, he is active. I do love him. We are together, but I have to think about my kids and their well-being. It just sucks to be in these situations. And I'm not saying every situation is that person's fault. And I'm not trying to blame the government for everything. But this all really goes back to 400 years ago. No matter whether people want to believe it or not. There has been a system put in place. People's minds can only go so far.
Because then when you start believing that that is your potential, is welfare,
that's your highest level.
And stuff like that, like, you already know what you're going to do. You don't really have to do anything. You can apply for this. You can get this housing. You can get this amount of X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, so it's like they just put a ceiling on your potential. That's what I feel like.
Right. It just shrinks your mind.
Yeah, you will never know on your own, like, what to do.
Yeah,
to go get it on your own.
It's like that's like your parent. That's still your parent. It's like a parent still giving you help, and you're not maturing because you still have help, so you don't know the struggle of nothing. Mm-hmm. You don't know the appreciation of anything either, because a lot of these tenants, they don't want to lease to people that are dealing with like Section 8 things because they feel like they're going to destroy the house and they're going to do this. Right. And maybe that is true. Maybe people don't care because I'm not, you have that mentality like, it's not coming out of my pocket, it's not my money. And we feel like we're owed this because we've been suppressed for so long.
Right. And on the other hand, it's so hard out here though. Like, for real, like, you definitely need two people in a household, like, to uphold, like, bills and maintain everything nowadays, because it's so hard. So I definitely understand why a lot of people, like, use, Section 8, welfare, the whole welfare system. But it just needs to be reformed, you know what I mean? And I think people need to be more aware of the whole system and what it's doing and the effects that it's having on the community, you know what I mean, as far as tax dollars and things like that.
Yeah, because really our tax dollars are leaving our community and going to supporting suburban communities, and that's not our community, and it's not fair. Right. Like, our money should be here. Our police officers serving us, these school teachers, like, all this money should be coming and staying in our community. Like, if we're going to be paying the tax dollars, period.
Right. Yeah, that got a little deep right there. I think we're going to go ahead and break the ice on that one.
Alright, so for my special shout out today, it's going to go to Prime Materia on IG. He sells, basically, I consider them spirit stones. If you're into crystals and things like that, and just spirituality, and you're interested in getting jewelry from him, I will leave his Instagram information below so you guys can go check that out. I got 3 pieces. They are lovely. I should have brought them so you guys could see, but you guys go on there and check them out for yourself.
What's that name again?
Prime Materia. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Prime Materia.
And you can catch them where?
On IG. I'll leave that link.
Yes. Yes. My special shout out today is gonna go to Maya Moore, a WNBA player, 4-time WNBA, one-time champion.
That's what's up.
Yeah, most definitely. Sports Illustrated labeled her the most winningest female basketball coach of all times. Yeah.
Nice.
And she took a step away from the league for 1 year. You know what I mean? Because she heard about this guy that was wrongfully incarcerated. He was handed a 50-year sentence. You know what I mean? And he was currently serving 22 years. And she got that man free. Like, or at least she helped.
So he did 22 years?
They did 22 years out of the 50 that he was handed. Yeah, Maya Moore helped fight to get that man released.
That's
and
really
he is a free man right now as we speak. Yeah, most
shout
definitely.
Out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Maya Moore, most definitely. Yeah, and she's considering stepping out a whole another year of basketball to work on more criminal justice reform. So, like, man, that's
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
because sometimes certain things lead you to the path that you're supposed to be. I'm not even going to say supposed to be on, because she was supposed to be on the basketball path, clearly. But, like, it leads you and opens up other doors to other things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to Maya Moore, man.
Yeah, Maya Moore.
Trying to get back deep. 5G, like I don't even really know the question for real. Like, you know, we the crazy conspiracy couple anyway. I've been hearing so much about 5G. I think somebody told me about like the Spanish flu and when the radio waves first came out. I think, you know, it's just so much things that just, you know, and how frequency affects your cells and everything like that. So I just wanted to ask you, like, is it possible that 5G is dangerous to the human health?
I think 5G definitely is dangerous to the human health. I don't think we're really supposed to have any like real, I don't want to say electricity, but maybe for real. Like, maybe not for real. Like, maybe we should just accept what the world really is as far as, like, the light and the day and the night and dark or whatever. But I do think it is.
You talking about as far as, like, radio waves with
TVs? Creating all this
radios,
electronic stuff. Yes. It's lovely to be in the era where we have all this, you know, life is great. But I think it's really hurting us. Like, it's hurting humankind. I do think it is. I think it's just our bodies can't take that. Like, we are energy too. So if you have like this strong, powerful energy, because you know when you're in the buildings and stuff, your phone really don't work. The service is bad. So 5G is supposed to ring through the building to get your service better. Yeah, like everything's supposed to get better, faster. We just want more and more all the time, but like more and more is hurting us. So it's like, do you want more? And life is great, faster, funner? Or do you want to die faster and not funner?
That's what I was gonna ask you though. Like, do you think that they don't know if it is hurting humans and they don't care because of the money and the technology that it comes along with, or do you think that they just don't know? And if they find out, do you think that they will reverse the entire thing?
I think they do know, and I think they don't care because I think it's a money thing. And I do not think they're going to reverse anything because, again, it's a money thing. They don't care about us.
Yeah, they don't.
And I think when everybody realizes they don't care about us, you'll realize, like, they don't care about us. So anything goes. Like, to them, you know how people in the streets be like, the streets don't got no rules? America don't got no rules, for real.
Right, at all. And what about 6G?
That's what I was wondering. So, like, maybe, like, what G does it stop at? Because they know about the G's. They're just unleashing them when they want. Like, you're not about to tell me they didn't know about 5G years ago.
Exactly, when they brought out 4G.
Right, y'all knew about that.
Like iPhone, whatever iPhone
it's
they
probably
have
like 20 G. Like, the G's probably don't even stop.
Exactly.
What if the G's don't even stop?
Yeah. And then, what about if you have to build up a certain immune system to the 5G? So, you know, like 3G had to build up a certain immune 4, and they don't want to crank it up too much because they really do know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so is that why they're trying to chip people now?
Yeah, because 5G is going to come with, like, so much more technology, I'm pretty sure.
So what if this whole chip situation is based off 5G? Like, all right, we know this is going to affect you, so we're going to chip you and just kill you when we want.
And I figure, like, it could be, like, towers for the chips, like tracking devices, just like cell phone towers.
Right.
You know, like, so if they do chip you, which we was talking about the chip, we just brought up our own conversation, but if we were to be chipped, you know, as a vaccine, you know, for the COVID, you know what I mean? So if you would be chipped, and then we're talking about if they use the 5G, you know, as a tower to track you. Yeah, for that chip. Or
to just, like, control through the chip. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, just like she said, like, you already know future technology. And it's like, when does it end? Like, when does it end? Like, 4G is not enough? Like, we can't all get together and be like, we cool with 4G.
Yeah, no. It's like, are we voting? Are we complaining?
Those should be voting? Major things that we vote on, right?
Yeah,
as people.
Like, it's us.
You can't just come up with a business plan.
Let us vote on what you're doing. Like, the towers been put in the neighborhood. Maybe everybody in the neighborhood don't want the towers there.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's one here in Baltimore.
Where? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a couple of them.
I don't know exactly where it's at.
I'm pretty sure it's a couple of them. Yeah. That was a little deep, man.
Yes, it was.
We're going to go ahead and get to a segment we like to call Pick Your Poison.
Pick your poison time. Alright, so my Pick Your Poison for today is, would you rather have $1 million? Alright, look, so basically, somebody knocks on your door, it's all legit. They're like, here's $1 million, it's already been taxed. It's yours, ready to go. Do you want that? Or do you want somebody to knock on your door and be like, here's a book of cars and houses. Pick your dream home and the dream car of your choice, and it'll be fully paid off. No questions asked. So you want the money? Or you want the paid off dream car and house?
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the money.
You want to take the money?
I'm gonna definitely take the money because I can get a car and a home. It might not be my dream, you know what I mean? That one that like was just outrageous just because it was free, you know what I mean? But I'm cool. Like I can maintain my $1 million. You know what I mean? I can take care of myself and my family outside of that. You know, and I could always think about what I could have had. Like, damn, I could have had that mansion. Or I could have had that, you know, that the best car on the market. But I'd be cool. I'd be cool knowing that I was straight, knowing that the people around me were straight, and knowing that I got a couple dollars. Hopefully, I can put away for my kids. You know, turn them into trust fund babies. You know, little things like that.
Yeah, that's what's up. I picked the same thing because I'm like, I mean, there's so much more you can do with money. I mean, getting a house is cool. Getting a car is cool. Even your dream car and your dream house. But it's like, all right, now that I have the dream car and I have the dream house, who's paying the bills? Who's maintaining this? Because it's like,
I thought it was free though. That's what I was assuming. Everything was paid off.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, yeah. So basically, I just feel like it's better to have money. You can do whatever you want with it. I can invest in like movies. I can like start companies or just put my money wherever I want. Real estate. I can do so much and get a paid off condo or something, and a paid off car. Like cars. When you got $1 million, you really could get whatever car you think you want right now at this time, for real. Like, so now you have your dream car, because technically you dreaming right now.
Right.
Or you got it, or you're on your way to getting it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the money, too.
Yeah, I'm going to get that $1 million.
Who's going to pass up on that money?
I'm going to take that bread, man.
Yeah. All right, so now we're about to get into what I like to call GTT time, and that is Girl Talk with Alright, so let's talk about double standards. So what's up with those? Like, okay, when I say double standards, I'm gonna give you two people. KimK, you know, the one that made the sex tape that everybody can't get over, and Joe Budden, the one that pops pills. How is his, not saying that neither could be forgiven because everybody grows. But like Joe Budden pill popping, just nobody even talks about him no more. Nobody remembers that he's like the drug addict or the person who was popping the pills or whatever drugs he was doing, really. But like KimK, she just cannot get over this whole stuff. Like, what's up?
No, I think it depends on what you're looking for though, because it's certain people that definitely brings that up on a regular. You know, somebody that he's actually beefing with right now.
It brings up
with the pot, that brings it up, calls him a junkie and all that.
Okay,
like, no, we're not gonna forget that. He'd be like, "Why? We're not gonna start taking advice from junkies. Like, when did it become cool to start taking advice from junkies?" You know what I mean? So yeah. So I guess it all depends, like what you looking for and what you finding out there. But people definitely, and KimK, like she live has a tape out there, so it's like.
I mean, can it really be found anymore? Like, I don't really think it's out there.
Yes. There's such thing as the internet. The internet is undefeated.
Well, I'm trying to find it before and I couldn't find it.
You can find that. You didn't look hard enough.
I know. I think that's what it is. I didn't care enough to really get down to the bottom of saying that.
Google KimK sex tape. You'll find it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So her passed, and then you got her husband saying that my girl got famous off her own sex tape, like putting her out there, like. You know what I mean? Like that image, you know? Then this the same guy that brought Amber Rose on the scene with his hand you already know. Yeah. So it's just like his respect for women, and then like he finds the type of woman, and then
so you trying to say he don't respect women?
I'm not everybody, respect is different for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
so
like
would you consider that
image,
not respect?
I'm just saying that the certain image that you portray with that woman, or to the world. Yeah, that's what people are going to portray. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if he respect him or not. He might have the utmost respect, but he's leaving the opinion open to, people like myself to be like, damn, like, you can do that in the comfort of your own house, buddy. Like, you going to bring him on a scene like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just feel like everybody grows. Like, it's sad that whatever podcast beefing with him talking about his pill popping situation or him being a junkie.
It's just you can't do nothing.
Yeah, you can't do anything. And then when you do anything, you can't grow. Like, people want to remember you as the person they knew you as when you was a shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, you gotta be accountable for all your actions, right? So, and you gotta always move the right way. So as soon as somebody else perceive that you stepped out of line, they're gonna bring up your past. So,
but that's really their insecurity though, because like some things is like, okay, yeah, I sniffed cocaine, I popped pills, but I don't do that anymore, and I've grown, I learned from that. Maybe that was my lesson on my life journey. So now you about to come and tell me what I'm supposed to go through on my journey?
No,
no.
But we're gonna talk about that. That's
cool.
like two enemies.
Cool.
I never heard two enemies never get mad at each other and never brought up the other person's past. Like, okay, that was in the past.
It doesn't even have to be an enemy. It doesn't
even
have to be an enemy.
It
That's
can
what
be
I'm saying.
anybody.
It's people just on the internet. It's people with insecurity sitting at home behind a computer typing their comments. You know what I mean? Like, it's deeper than the beef. Like, I'm going beyond.
Yeah, my whole thing is once you're subject to opinion, anybody's opinion, they can give it. You know what I mean? So if you want to be famous or you want to put a camera in front of your face and then like 5 people follow your life and then like they see that you popping pills and you're a junkie, you're giving us the opportunity to say you're a junkie for the rest of your careers no matter what else you do.
But it's like, why do we care if you're a junkie?
You don't, I don't, but people do care.
You know why? Because they're insecure about their lives. That's the point of this. Like, people be insecure. Like, if you have to waste your time and talk about somebody's life and how their life's not shit or how their life is this on this level, why you care? Like, KimK, like, why do you care? Kanye is the only one need to care about KimK and her vagina and what happened before him. That's it. But people be really mad that, like, now she wants to be a lawyer. They laughing at that. Like, people can't think about the hoe you knew in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she at now? She still hoeing? Or did she progress in life?
Hopefully she progressed.
Right. 9 out of 10, I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah, but people that don't know nothing about it, they bump into it 15 years later. They homeboy, they be like, who is that? Oh, that was this girl I went to school with 15 years ago. She was a straight hoe. How much weight does it carry? None. But you're trying to make it seem like it holds no relevance. What you do on an everyday basis will be brought up.
Oh, no, it definitely do.
You will be held accountable for all your actions.
Does.
And now if you want to be famous like these people are, unlike the neighborhood girl, they're not famous. So it doesn't get on the internet and everybody has the opinion to talk about it.
Crazy.
So, you know, the neighborhood girl, she can get away with certain things that KimK can't because she wants to be famous, right? She's given us the chance for millions of people, she has millions of followers, to log on. She messes up, they're going to talk about it. They're going to praise her the same way. You know what I mean? But that's my whole thing. You got to be accountable for your actions at all times.
Yeah, you do. Can she be accountable for the good actions? That's what I'm saying. Like, for the people who, like, will not get over the sex tape. Yeah. And it be the same people whose daughter probably got caught giving head or sent a boy a naked little picture. Like, come on, let's be real. Yeah. People do dumb things.
I see your point as far as, like, people just like to talk about other people's dirt.
Yeah, they're dirt. And, like, it makes people feel good. Like, people thrive off of that. Like, I get to talk about you. Yes. Like, before the internet was invented, you were sitting at home like this talking about somebody. Mm-hmm. Now that there's the internet, people feel like they can give their opinion. Yeah. People who don't have kids want to give opinion on people who have kids. You shouldn't like it. Like, just people who are not married want to give advice on marriages. Like, people who are in relationships want to give advice on relationships. Right. Like, it just has to, there's levels to this. But most importantly, this male and woman whole double standard thing, like even with the Amber Rose and the what is it, the slut walk? Mm-hmm. It's your body. Give your body who you want to give it to. If you want it,
but why
so
explain that? Why call it the slut walk?
Explain that.
Why call it the slut walk?
I don't know why she called it the slut walk.
Like,
but
give
just
it a better
outside.
name. Give it a better name. Like, you know, like, yo, give it a chance. First of all, like, people don't even like the cause that you're standing for like that. So then you're going to hit it, like, put the icing on top of the cake with a horrible name to even attract people or convince people, like, to even give it an ear.
You're really not a slut. You're a person that wants to express your body.
I'm pretty sure she has a real meaning behind the whole thing.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's talk about the meaning. Let's talk about the meaning. The double standard behind the meaning. Why can't women have sex with whoever they want to have sex with?
What you mean?
Like, if they want to have sex with whoever they want to have sex with, like guys,
I got
why
you.
can't they do
See,
that?
this is all
it's their
like,
body.
this is why I say to myself, these are all social things that people hold too much weight on, right? What other people are talking about, right? So if you are a female and you want to give your body, so whoever you want to give your body to, go in and do that. People are going to talk. Do you care about people talking, or are you just going to live your life? Like, people, if people stop giving people the weight of their words, then it wouldn't matter. So what, I'm a hoe. I know so many females that live their life so freely that you'll call a hoe, but they don't care because they're living their life. And the same dudes that are calling them a hoe, the same dudes that's in their DMs and trying to holler at them.
Yeah, and that's the part that
so
I don't
who
get
cares?
about.
Like, that's why I say to myself, I'm not going to be judged according to my actions. I'm going to live the way I want to live. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not fair for somebody to go through that and not even, you know.
So, and it's just like, so is it hoes both ways? Like, men
yeah, but men get
too?
praised for being hoes.
You know, another thing I don't get, like, so men get praised for being hoes. They get praised for having sex with hoes, but they talk about hoes. But you talk about the hoe because you love whatever she do enough to brag to her, to your friends about her. Like, I don't get that either. But she's a hoe. Like, so my thing's like, if she's such a hoe, why you gotta talk about her? Don't talk about it at all. She shouldn't even be coming out your mouth. Like, nothing about her should be coming out your mouth because she's such a hoe. So you get points for having sex with a hoe. Somebody that you wouldn't claim or bring home to your mom.
Like, for some reason, a black male community body count is means a lot.
I don't get it.
I mean, you're not a male. You're not a black male. See, like, it's a lot of disconnect between a white community and a black community. And it's also disconnect between, like, the black woman and the black male. Like, the things that we go through differently and the peer pressures that we go through on a daily basis is totally different. Like, you can't understand. Certain things you just can't understand. Just like if you're white, it's certain things that you can try your best, but if you're not that, then you will never understand. Like, men, like, we grew up most of the time with no fathers, so your homeboys are raising you. The older brothers of your homeboys is raising you, so they start influencing you. Boy, you ain't out here getting none. Boy, you ain't XYZ. You start being a clown. Now you gotta go chase bodies. That's a fact. Like, it comes from, you know,
I guess it's
lack of guidance.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
The image of what you really should be doing with yourself and attracting.
Yeah, it is. That's why you gotta sometimes recreate yourself, because at a young age you was guided by the wrong person. Now you're trying to mature, you know, and hang around a different crowd, you know, to change your image. Mature, you dig? Stepping up my vocab.
Tomato, mature.
There's
another word that, you know, got that little.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to episode number 6.
Yes.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on the bell notification so you can see exactly when we post.
Most definitely. Until the next time, we out.
Next time.